Hi Laura, it's Thursday and it's raining outside, so I thought, why don't you just grab a cup of tea, sit with me, have a nice little chat and pretend that we're already in London. You might remember that a few weeks ago I told you about a media psychology class where we talked about the value of the Mandalorian as a partner and how we would see him with or without Baby Yoda. And this was kind of the first time I went like, oh, I wanted to watch Star Wars, I totally forgot about that. And then 2 days ago was the Star Wars day, and when I found out that is because of like May the 4th, May the Force be with you, I was absolutely hooked because it was a pun, and you know me, you could probably kidnap me just by telling me a pun and I would go wherever you like with you. However, I watched the second Star Wars part. I texted my brother and he sent me a complete list and was like, yeah, you have to watch episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. So I did. I won't really talk about the plot that much, but more about little things or specific scenes where I had something to say, apparently. The only thing that I will say about the whole movie, I think, is that I enjoyed it a lot more than the first one. As you know, I really didn't enjoy the first one, and I think I only got through it because I was there with my brother. I thought, well, we have a great time, but I don't really like the movie. The second one was 100 times better, so that was good for me because I didn't have to push myself to the end of the movie. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is that I noticed that there are so many accents. I kind of didn't expect Darth Vader to sound... I don't even know what accent that was, but I expected him to have an American accent. Then there's a scene in the beginning when he was kidnapped by this thing, and his lightsaber was in the ice and he was like trying to get it with his mind, and I hoped for a comedic scene where he was like, okay, I can get it, and it just hits him in the face. That would have been so funny, but it didn't happen. The next thing occurred a little bit after that scene. It is when, I think he's called Han Solo, when he went out to save Luke Skywalker, he put him inside of this dead animal thing. First I was like, okay, that guy is super smart because it will keep him warm. And then I noticed, well, that thing is dead. It's, of course it's disgusting, but it's life or death, so whatever. But the thing is dead, so it is cold as well and won't really do anything for the temperature of the person inside of it. Oh, and when Yoda first appeared, I know that it is intended that you jump a little because you don't expect someone standing there, but I literally acted like this was a horror movie and this was like an incredible jump scare. And also, I have never heard him speak in English. I only know the German versions of some of his famous quotes. And I immediately texted my brother and was like, he sounds like Kermit the Frog. It is just Kermit the Frog put in Star Wars. So, yeah, that kind of confused me. Also, I didn't know that he was so funny. I only knew that he was like this wise character, and he was like funny and weird, and I don't know, I enjoyed him. Then there's a thing that I didn't really get. I was quite confused because when Leia and Han Solo are in danger, Luke decides to go and save them. And Yoda says that if he goes now, he will turn to the bad side, just as Darth Vader did. But I didn't quite get it, because why should he? He's just leaving and then coming back if he doesn't die, so I really didn't get why it's such a big deal. Also, I didn't expect the whole Luke, I am your father thing in the second movie. I thought that was like the plot twist in the end. I didn't think that would be a thing so early on, but apparently it is. I don't know. But I'll tell you my favorite quote from the movie. It is when Yoda gets this spaceship thing out of the mud and Luke comes up to him and says, I don't believe it, and he goes like, that's why you fail. And I thought, damn, that's a good quote. There was this scene where he lost his hand and where he falls down this thing. He just falls down somewhere, and that just looked hilarious. I'm sorry, I had to laugh so much. I know it's a dramatic scene, but it was just funny to me. Another thing I want to address is that there are so many movies where people bargain with like the bad guy and then they act surprised when they don't keep their promises. I keep thinking to myself, it is a person who literally just kills you when he's annoyed. Why should he keep his promises? And another thing about the whole movie is that it still feels like a PowerPoint presentation to me. And like a bad PowerPoint presentation, it ends very abruptly. Laura, I hope you have a nice week and I will see you on Tuesday.